Many people ask, what was the worst train wreck in Amtrak's history? Well, on September 22nd, 1993, the unthinkable would happen. Amtrak Sunset Limited was making its way through the night with 220 passengers on board. The train was powered by 3 engines, a relatively new P-40, 819, and 2 F-40s, 262 and 312. The train was en route from Los Angeles, California to Miami, Florida. Unfortunately, on the way, the train is held up in New Orleans, Louisiana, when an air conditioner
You can't hear?
go faulty in one of the cars. After they were fixed, the train was running about a half hour late, but that wasn't the only trouble that night.
No?
Up ahead, at the Big Bayou Wreck Bridge in Mobile, Alabama, a tugboat named Malvilla was lost in the fog, trying to see where he was going. His lead barge accidentally struck the CSX-owned bridge, but the boat wasn't aground, so he kept going. However, he didn't realize the impact of the bridge caused a very bad kink on the tracks, and the Sunset Limited was heading full speed towards it. At 2:53 a.m., the unthinkable happens. The train derails, doing almost 70 miles an hour. The bridge snaps and the coaches tumble down. Dawn reveals all. The lead P-40 smacked its nose into the bridge and impaled itself on the other side of the bayou, almost certainly killing the engineer. You can see the superliner dangerously hanging over what was left of the bridge.
Oh, I think I remember this one.
Just imagine the luck of those passengers in that one car and the ones behind. Not so lucky were the ones in the cars that went straight into the snake and crocodile-infested waters. Listen to this chilling 911 call by the conductor when the wreck occurred.
Snakes and crocodiles will be the least of my worries. The impact of going out there.
We got cars burning, people in the river. Can't swim. We need help. Any kind of help you can get down here.
To make matters worse, fuel from all 3 engines leaked into the river, setting one of the cars on fire. It was literally hell on earth for the passengers. You could either be eaten by a crocodile or bitten by a snake, burned alive in one of the cars, or drowned in the deep water. 47 people died, 103 sustained injuries. Despite this, the accident is both complex and avoidable. First off, the tugboat was having trouble with its sonar, basically its GPS, so he made a wrong turn. The radar indicated the bridge was just another tugboat. The tugboat driver also lacked a chart of the waters to help him with navigation. The bridge also had an unfinished swinging capability, which wasn't finished, and the span wasn't secure if something were to hit it, like a tugboat barge. When the bridge was hit, the welded rails simply didn't break, but bent into a very nasty kink, making it impossible for any train to cross it safely, especially at high speed. Finally, if the delay hadn't been present, the train would have passed 20 minutes ahead of the tugboat, and no disaster would have occurred. Of course, this wasn't the end of the story for the Sunset Limited. In 1995, vandals sabotaged part of the tracks at Palo Verde, Arizona. That wreck killed 1. Honestly, would I call the Sunset Limited?
I mean, trains are late 50% of the time, so it would have happened eventually.
In the end, all 3 engines were deemed a total loss. 819 would be the first Genesis Series diesel to be scrapped after the wreck. The bridge has since been repaired and put back into work.
What happened to the next train?
The tugboat driver was also given no charges after the wreck, knowing the fact that he was completely lost, and when he hit the bridge, he had no idea the welded rails could be damaged. The Sunset Limited also no longer goes to Miami, but instead ends in New Orleans, the same place where the deadly delay occurred. Rumor has it service could come back to the Miami area and Jacksonville, but no one really knows. To this day, the 1993 Big Bayou Wreck remains the worst wreck in Amtrak's history.
Yeah, I mean, it's low for me too, man. Alright. That is unfortunate.
A 15 to 30 mil